and welcome to episode number 3 of the Golf Front Podcast. My name is Brett Bevilacqua. I'm a realtor with Carolina Property Sales in Southern Pines, North Carolina. Just 15 minutes and about 7.5 miles from downtown Pinehurst, the Country Club of Whispering Pines is one of the area's best bargains. Opened in 1972, the River Course, formerly known as the West Course, is an Ellis Maples design and, though short, plays tough. Maples is also known for a number of great area courses, such as Pinehurst No. 5, the Dogwood at the Country Club of North Carolina, and Quail Ridge. I have played both of the courses at the Country Club of Whispering Pines more than any other in the Sandhills. The reason? They are nearby to both my home and office, are rarely packed when I play in the afternoon, and are more affordable than most other clubs in the area. Today I want to focus on the River Course at the Country Club of Whispering Pines. The greens are bent. The course plays just 6,500 yards from the back tees, is a par 71 with a 71 rating and a slope of 126. The River Course has had some rough going the last few years. It closed for a few weeks after flooding from Hurricane Matthew, and they nearly lost the greens in the summer of 2020. They aren't all the way back yet, but the maintenance crew has done a heck of a job keeping the place playable. To be clear, I really like the river, but it can be best described as my favorite practice course. The river will throw everything at you and has some of the elements you will see at some of the higher priced clubs. There are a few in my regular foursome that won't play the River Course anymore, and to be fair, I can't blame them. If you don't or can't play as often as I play, or you are just in town for a few days, you may want to hold off on playing the river until the spring of 2021. And don't take this as a knock against the Pines course next door. That track has played well all year, is well worth the greens fees, and will be featured in a future episode. The River Course is more about hitting your targets than carrying hazards. The layout is really interesting. The first 3 holes, a par 5 followed by back-to-back par 4s, are fairly wide open and reachable in regulation for players of all skill level. If you haven't played in a while, the river's first 3 holes are forgiving and a good place to get loose. The 4th hole, though, is a challenge. At 350 yards from the whites and not much more from the back, this par 4 starts from an elevated tee box through a tree-lined narrow fairway that bends slightly to the left. A par here for the average golfer is a triumph. Even if you are able to land safely on the short grass, which I've rarely been able to do, your second shot must be placed perfectly as the green is sloped aggressively from left to right. Don't be surprised if and when you 3-putt this green. The 5th, a par 3, and the 6th, a par 4 standard golf holes that give the player a fair chance at par. The 7th is a par 5 at just over 500 yards that plays quite a bit longer. Even a big drive will still probably not help you get to the green in 2. If you decide to go for it, there is a large trap in front of the green that could make you pay. Tough birdie, but if you play it smart, you should finish with a par. The 8th is a reachable par 4 for big hitters. I love this hole and have come close on a number of occasions to reaching the green. The 9th is a fairly lengthy downhill par 3. It is protected by 3 bunkers, and look out for the branches that hang over the right side of the fairway. They always seem to get in my way. The par 5 10th at over 530 yards is a dogleg right that will force long hitters to club down. If you come up short, there are a number of fairway mounds on the right that will make this hole tougher than it needs to be. You won't gain much by attempting to cut the corner. There is a bunker just off the fairway to the left about 30 yards shy of the green where I am usually hitting my 3rd shot. The green is large and mostly forgiving. More often than not, I find myself thinking I should have just laid up short of the trap and played for par. The par 4 11th is a tricky but short dogleg right. It is basically fairway and water, though there is a little rough to the left if you carry the turn. The fairway juts out slightly on the right, but don't try and push it too hard. Even a medium length drive on the right side of the fairway will have you pulling out a short iron for your approach shot. The 12th is a par 4 with water down the entire left side. There isn't much rough to the left, so it is best to keep the ball right. If you are a big hitter, you may end up in the fairway bunker, but I am talking about 300 plus. The green is surrounded by 4 bunkers, and that water I was talking about is just to the left of the green. Hit the cart path here, and you are in the water and taking the penalty. The 13th is another par 4 with water down the left side. There is also water right and in front of the green. There is a sliver of fairway just over the fairway trap, but I don't have that shot in my bag. The 14th is a medium-length par 3 with water from tee to green. The ball really seems to carry on this part of the course. The green is long and thin with a pair of traps back left and back right. The par 4 15th is a medium-length dogleg left with no sand, and the last 30 yards or so of the fairway is pretty tight. There is also a very small pond front left of the green. The 16th is a lengthy par 3 with no sand but a water hazard short and to the left of the green. 17 is a medium-length par 4. When the tees are back, it makes for a tough hole. There is water off to the left for about the last 100-125 yards, but it really doesn't come into play. I still recommend placing your tee shot to the right side of the fairway. There are bunkers on both the right and left side of the green. 18, at nearly 400 yards from the whites, is a tricky hole. The elevated green will make your second shot play at least one club longer. It is a great finishing hole and the green is large. I try to avoid the right side off the tee, as the rough over there is like the Bermuda Triangle. Balls just disappear there. The river course is a bunch of fun. The back nine is really memorable when dry and will have you using every club in your bag over and over. Rain will often close the course for a day or two, so if it is wet, you may want to make other arrangements. It will never be confused as a top course in the sandhills, and some may even call it a goat trail. But I love playing this quintessential Maples design, and I will continue to look forward to playing there, even though I often have the opportunities to play much more well-regarded courses. I have paid as little as $25 with a cart, and as much as $44 to play either of the courses at the Country Club of Whispering Pines. They have extremely reasonable membership rates, and between golf, tennis, a pool, and a large clubhouse, Whispering Pines has a lot to offer. For more information, rates, membership, and vacation accommodations, visit their website at www.countryclubofwhisperingpines.com or give them a call at 910-692-6100 to book a tee time. If you are interested in purchasing a home, you can't go wrong with the town of Whispering Pines. Home prices run anywhere from just over $200,000 to well beyond $1 million. There is plenty of golf front property on the 3 courses in town, as well as some beautiful homes on Thagard's Lake. Whispering Pines is also a popular destination for military families who work on the base at Fort Bragg. If you want to see Whispering Pines or anywhere else in the Sandhills, please give me a call at 845-365-3665 or send an email to brett@hmpfilms.com. Once again, I'm Brett Bevilacqua with Carolina Property Sales. Next week we talk golf and golf front properties at one of my favorites, Talamore.